All right, so at this point you should have one design completed, and now what we're going to do is basically just transfer it to the other ones and make some adjustments and such. So I'm going to go to my pages. What I want to show you is this. See how we got these layers and stuff? Watch what happens when I click on this. We do have the layers and stuff, but notice there's nothing in them. So the content that's in there is actually tied to the actual objects, the actual pages themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this one. We'll unlock this one, and let me see what's locked in here. So that can stay locked. I'm going to unlock this. I'm just going to go through and make sure everything's unlocked. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to legit just copy and paste it and then just rearrange it. So we'll just click and drag to grab everything. Control C for copy, or Command C if you're on a Mac. And then we'll go, let's just do the first one here, because why not? Control V, or I'm sorry, Control plus and minus. Let's go like that. And then I'm going to go here, and then I'll just do Control V. All right, and then here is everything. And it pasted everything into the text section. So if you want, you could go through and organize all this. I'm just not going to do it right now, but you could. So I'm just going to take this, and then I am just going to basically, is that not, oh, that's this, right? Oh, that's the picture. That's why. I was like, why is that? All right, we're going to take this. Is this the shape? Okay, we're going to take this shape. I'm just going to go ahead and put that here, and we'll just basically get that to be the right size. I'm going to take this. All right, so we're going to go there, and let me see. Is that this guy? Okay, yeah, that's selected. I'm just going to go ahead and lock that. Let's go to this picture. I'm going to double click the corner, which will resize it to the image, because I actually want the rest of it. We're going to bring it over here. But now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it on the top, right? So I'm going to have less headroom because I'm just trying to make it fit into this composition. Instead of trying to scale it, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and just crop it where it makes sense to, so that I can get a little bit more out of it. In fact, actually, I'm going to go a little bit more, and let's do a little bit more underneath as well, like that. Then I'm going to hold Control and Shift and drag this out, and we'll Control Shift and drag this out so that I can get it to be a little bit more over. Any little bit I can kind of get to go a little bit farther is going to be beneficial. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and let's just lock that guy. And then we just need to make some other arrangements. So we could do some other things with this too. So you can change the style like dramatically. So for instance, this is much more of a horizontal thing, right? So what I could do is I could go over here. I could go like this, and then maybe instead make this a vertical thing, right? And then grab these, or grab this here, put this, all right. Thought this was okay, there's the group. Go up here, and then maybe just Control and Shift, maybe shrink this down a little bit, maybe make this a little bit larger. Maybe go like here, right? And then we'll just take this group. Come on, group. Come here, group. All right, where are you, group? I'll just do it this way. Be easier. Grab the group this way. And all right, we're going to take this shape and we're just going to lock it because it's being annoying. Lock you. Okay. There we go. Take this, and then we could just basically rearrange this. There we go. And then we'll just use arrows and rearrange this, and then maybe just change a little bit of the way that it is presented, right? So, you know, I don't know. You could maybe even take this and maybe just shift, and maybe we can rotate it this way. This looks terrible, right? That looks great. Let's do that. But you could try to play around with the composition a little bit, because now we need to fill this kind of space instead, right? So, and you can go through and, you know, make some significant changes. Like maybe on this one, make this part yellow and this part green, and do yellow text, and do, you know, green text on this. Okay, so what I want to see you do is just try to make some adjustments. Like, so for here, maybe what I would do is actually have this just go all the way across, since we have just more room. Oops, not that one. Since we had more room to now do that. If we take this, that looked terrible, so I'm going to undo that. Right. So you can make some different choices depending on what you're working with. So maybe we'll just kind of cut that off and then put that in here. And you could just, maybe make this larger or change the sizes of things in order to make sense with the new composition. You could even go through and instead use a different image. Like maybe don't use this image, use one of the other images because maybe they'll be better suited for a horizontal composition as opposed to the other ones, okay? But probably a good way to start is I would just grab all of it, copy and paste it, and then put it in the next one. What I want to see is you create basically three different composition or three different orientations in order to achieve the same basic ad, but for different social media posts. Okay. Now, when that is done, you will save what you have. Make sure you give it a name, right? So just as you saw me do in the first video or second, I can't remember, second video maybe. Then what you're going to do is, and this is very important, listen to me now, you need to package it. So you have to go to File, Package. Where are you? Package. You're going to go in here. You're going to go Package. It's going to ask where you want to save it. You can just save it as the same folder. It's all the defaults should generally be fine. Hit Package, and it'll say whatever. Hit OK. And then voila, what it will do is it will create a package of your thing. So if I minimize all of these, close out of that one, close out of this, you will see that now I have this folder here. And in this folder, it'll have the fonts that I use. So see, there's a variety of them here. Okay. It will have the links, which are basically the images that are inside of it. So a copy of each one of those. It will also have the files that represent it and a PDF version of it. So, which is particularly useful for me because then I can just scrub through. I don't have a second one, but you can see here's this one and here's this one. And so this way, the idea is that if you were to send this to print, which this is not for specifically, when you go to send this to print, they would have what the final result should look like as the PDF, but they can open up the InDesign document, and then they would also have all of the things that were connected to it as well. Once you do that, once you have it packaged, what you're going to do is you're going to give me the package. Now, you cannot submit an image, or you cannot submit a folder onto Blackboard or Canvas. So instead, in order to submit this, what you're going to have to do is you're going to right click on it. Now, if you're on a Mac, I think it's the same thing. You're just going to go compress the zip file. And then what it's going to do is it's going to compress all of the contents into this. And if I were to open this up, you will see inside of it will be all of the same elements, but it makes it as a single file that then you can submit. Okay. And what you'll do is you will actually submit that object as your submission. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense. If you want to take issues, let me know. Go ahead and email me, or you can ask in class as well. All right. So good luck.